15 bad habits that damage your brain. Do you know that several habits actually ruin your brain without your knowledge? Let's find out what are these brain-damaging habits, and try to avoid them. 1. Rarely talking to other people. Having conversations with other people is a great exercise for your brain. When you do that only rarely, you will miss the rewarding benefits of excellent conversation skills. 2. Not getting enough sleep. If you are not getting enough sleep, then you are actually killing your brain cells. While we sleep, our brain repairs itself. Lack of quality sleep inhibits this process, leaving the brain susceptible to damage over time. 3. Not quitting smoking. Nicotine causes the brain to shrink. Nicotine speeds the thinning of your cerebral cortex and can contribute to the development of Alzheimer's disease. 4. Consuming a lot of saturated fats. Saturated fats can have a negative effect on the brain. If you eat hamburgers, fries, and cake more often than you eat fish and vegetables, you could also be putting yourself at risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. 5. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration causes your brain tissue to shrink. Like plant leaves without water, the cells in your brain appear to dry out. 6. Eating too many calories. Increased caloric intake will increase your chances of developing type 2 diabetes and obesity. The nutrients in foods have a direct effect on the brain, and eating a diet low in those nutrients can have a long-term effect on the way your brain functions. 7. Drinking alcohol. People who drink between 15 to 20 alcoholic drinks per week are 3 times more vulnerable to hippocampal atrophy, which is damage to the brain and memory. 8. Consuming sugary foods. Consuming too many sweets can lead to cognitive function issues. These foods are little to no nutrition value, and your brain needs nutrients to function well. 9. Air pollution. The brain is a large organ that uses oxygen to be able to supply nutrients to different parts of the central nervous system. Unclean air may cause headaches, nausea, and other symptoms that will lead to numerous health problems. 10. Jet lag. Other than making you feel groggy, having jet lag can truly damage your brain. A chronic jet lag produces spatial cognitive deficits and temporal lobe atrophy. 11. Not eating breakfast. Skipping breakfast will not only cause you to gain or lose weight. Regular skipping of breakfast will result in a higher risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and brain hemorrhage. 12. Sleeping with head under the covers. The less oxygen you draw into your lungs, the less your brain functions well. It also leads to increased carbon dioxide intake, which can damage your brain cells. 13. Multitasking. Who says multitasking is good for you? High multitaskers have a higher risk of permanent damage to their brains. Besides, you find it difficult to recall information and pay attention. 14. Working when sick. When you are recovering from an illness, and you force your brain to work, you will end up more susceptible to illness. Not only that, but you will also experience foggy thinking. 15. Watching too many reality shows. Reality shows are like junk food for your brain. If you spend too much time watching bad reality TV, then your verbal IQ tends to lower, and you become aggressive. Are you ready to quit these brain-damaging habits? Your brain really is the most precious friend you have. Treat it that way, as an unhappy brain means an unhappy you. Remember to subscribe, like, comment below and share us on Facebook.